Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. My name is Dina. Today we're doing something different. I have wanted to do a pick a card reading on this channel for so long. I absolutely love oracle cards, and I've fairly recently gotten more into tarot and reading tarot, and I've been extremely drawn to tarot, and I feel myself getting better and learning a lot. And I really wanted to do this. I did a small pick a card reading on my Instagram fairly recently, but I really wanted to do a little bit more in-depth reading for you guys today. So shortly I will cut to a clip so you guys can see all the piles and make your decision on which one you want to choose. This reading is going to be a prediction slash like reading the energies of what's to come in September, some lessons that you may be learning, some things that you may be facing or have to deal with, and what you can maybe do just to help with getting through the month of September. So I just want to put it out there that this is a general reading, so it's for many different people. So if there's something that does not resonate with you, it could be a message that is meant for somebody else. Also, if you do hear something that you really just don't like, you don't have to fear, because what oracle cards and tarot cards do is they read the current energies. So if you hear something about your future, something about the month of September that you don't want to happen, you can change that. Everything in the future can change depending on people's choices, people's decisions. So it's just kind of reading the energies right now. Yeah, anyways guys, without any further ado, let's jump to the next clip. All right everyone, so here are your 4 piles you have to choose from. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I'd like you to take a moment before deciding what pile you want. Make sure you're drawn to it. Make sure you are listening to your intuition. Take 3 deep breaths and choose whatever pile you are called to the most. The links will be down below in the description box. Alright, so pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1, this is your reading for the month of September. Alright, so we have expect powerful change. We have a fiery climax approaches. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the King of Swords. We have Mint-Taken, hopefully I pronounced that right. Longing for home, bringing the original light workers. We have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundation, divine plan. We have self-employment. Positive energy. Dream big. Pay attention. We have the goddess Shakti. We have Kali, the goddess, for liberation. We have the Tower. Interesting. We have the 9 of Pentacles. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so overall, I see a lot of positive cards, but the card that really stands out to me in the middle of all of this positive energy is the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords represents conflict. So whether there is a conflict within yourself that you're having or a conflict with somebody else, it could be a falling out with somebody, it could be a conflict in your job life, it could be like in your career. You might feel like you're having conflict with your employees or your boss or manager. It could be anything like that. considering the energies, the other cards that I have here, I feel like this is very much work related. It could relate to other things, but I'm getting a very strong sense that this is career related for you. Now, with this card, it's not necessarily a negative energy per se, but it is like kind of like a sad, longing feeling I'm getting from this card. Like something's not quite where you want it to be. The card says longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Something tells me that where you are right now, and I'm getting a strong sense that it's career-wise, is not fitting quite right with who you are, with your soul, with everything that's important to you. You have a sense of longing for belonging somewhere, and you feel like you don't belong with where you are exactly right now at this moment in time. So then we have so much change. So we have a fiery climax approaches. Climax could be, honestly, it could be like you've hit like rock bottom at where you are, and or that it could be a sudden almost realization that you've realized like, okay, I need something else. I need to move on from here. This is not where I'm meant to be. This is not where I belong, essentially. And then I also see these cards. I see transformation, Shakti, transformation, the goddess of transformation. She is urging you that you are at the moment in your life where you're ready to transform. You're ready to take that next step, whatever it may be. It could be career-wise. It could be in something else. I am getting a strong sense that this is career-wise, and I'll tell you in a sec why. But I honestly, and it doesn't have to be career-wise. We do have the self-employment card, so for some people, this could mean that you've had this idea, something that you want to do, work-related for a while. You have some sort of idea. You've been urging for self-employment, or maybe urging for a different type of employment than you have right now. If it's not self-employment, again, this could just relate to some people, not necessarily everybody who receives this reading. But I see the self-employment card, which kind of is one of those things that makes me think that this could be related to careers for a lot of people. But yeah, we've got transformation. So we've got this climax, this transformation coming up. Then I also have the new moon eclipse card, expect powerful change. So you're going to have some change coming up soon. In the month of September, there'll be some sort of change, or there'll be some sort of message that's going to come through that's going to make things a little bit clearer for you of where you need to go. Not everything is going to suddenly appear and suddenly be right in September. That's not how life works. You're not going to just suddenly have this like a successful career out of nowhere. You're not going to suddenly have the whole like business going for you. But something big is going to happen, or some sort of message is going to be given to you. And that's why I really, really, really want you to pay attention to this card. And no pun intended, the card says pay attention. Notice repetitive, I can't even talk today. Notice repetitive, I would say repetitive, but they don't say it like that. Signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. So in order to really, transform and experience this powerful change, you have to listen to your intuition. You have to really pay attention to those signs that you're being given, because you're going to get them in September. You definitely are going to be given some signs, some guidance as to where you should be going, as to what you should be doing at this time, but you have to make sure you pay attention. And also, the energy that you hold on to is going to make a big difference. Positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations, and avoid negativity. If you're just going to sit around and complain about where you are instead of focusing on where you could be and all the positive things that you can do to get there, if you're just going to, wallow around, nothing's going to happen. You can't just expect change to happen. You have to make it happen. Powerful change is going to happen for you. It is. It's going to happen for you, but you have to put the work in, and that's what's very important. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't realize when they're trying to manifest things. They think, oh, I just have to think, like, put it into the universe. I just have to think it's going to happen. I just have to journal it and it's going to happen for me. That's not how life works. We live in a physical material world. So we have to put in the effort. We have to take the action. You have to take action if you want to see the powerful change, but it can happen for you if you do. I also have dream big. So perhaps you've been thinking too small. Maybe that's why you feel stuck where you are. Maybe that's why you have this conflict. It could be conflict with someone else, but it could also be conflict within yourself. Perhaps you're not fully accepting your dreams and what you really want in life. And that's what's like, that conflict is arising because you're holding yourself back, because you're not really living your life to your fullest potential, because you're not fully being who you are and embracing who you are. And, in order to really fully embrace who you are, you have to accept that there's certain things that you want in life, and don't be afraid to put that out there. Don't be afraid. A lot of us are afraid to admit our dreams and afraid to admit what we want in our life because we're scared or embarrassed, and we're afraid that if we put it out there, we're going to be let down. And it's very important that you are staying true to yourself. When I see King of Swords, I think, someone who's fierce, that goes after what they want, who speaks their mind. Swords is very much about, speaking your mind and standing your ground, basically. Perhaps if there's a conflict with somebody else, if someone's not treating you right, if someone's not, giving you what you deserve, whether it be at a job or whatever it may be, you have to stand your ground and, you stick up for what you believe in. I'm not saying, yell at your boss and get fired, but I'm just saying you have to stand your ground in a certain aspect and know what you deserve in life and know what respect that you deserve, if that's an issue that you are dealing with. When I see King of Swords, this is an individual who is fearless, who goes after they want, who cuts anyone out of their life that's not serving them. Again, that positive energy. If someone is bringing you down, you got to cut them out, because they're not going to help you go after your dreams. They're not going to help you truly get what you need in your life or, accomplish your goals. I also have the Tower here, and the Tower represents sudden, unexpected change, something just hitting you. It could be something really big, and usually with the Tower, it means something big. But again, it could be that message. It could be that message you have to pay attention to that's going to help you decide what decision you need to make going forward. Then I see this card, Liberation. Right now, you feel pretty trapped because you have this conflict going on. But then I see liberation, and liberation is almost like freedom. When you're liberated, you're free. You're finally getting what it is you need in life, where you want to go. You're finally getting there. And then I also see Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is, community, stability. Really focus on, I think what you really need to focus on at this time right now is being true to who you are and standing by those people, sticking with those people in your life that are really going to support you, support your goals, support your dreams, and be there for you. The people that surround you are honestly such a big influence in where you go in your life. And although we don't really like to believe sometimes that it's the people around us that impact our lives, we want to believe that we have all the control. But the people we surround ourselves with, the energies we surround ourselves with, they do affect us to some extent. So that's another thing to really look out for. With that being said, I see Pentacles. Pentacles are of the material world, so it could mean money related, home. It could be any sort of wealth in a sense. And you got both 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. So these are very positive cards. 9 of Pentacles is almost being happy where you are, but you are surrounded with a lot of wealth. So, and then you have 10 of Pentacles. So what I'm being told here is that you need to really appreciate what you have right now if you want to, achieve more. So gratitude is definitely one of those things that I would take into consideration. Make sure you are, doing some gratitude journaling, or just really look at your life and appreciate the things that you have, how you are wealthy the way you are right now. You have a lot to be grateful for, and a lot of us sometimes forget that and we get stuck up in our conflict, but there is a lot to be grateful for. So make sure you're not ignoring that, because gratitude will also get you far in life as well. We also have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. When I see this, laying foundations, this is a time for you to start laying down those foundations, planting those seeds. There is a divine plan in place for you. There is something that you are meant to do, and there's something that you are being called to, and you know it, but you just haven't fully been accepting it, fully been paying attention. You haven't really been letting your dreams, you know, really come out. You haven't been fully listening to them, and that's why you feel conflict. That's why you don't feel completely right now. But once you start laying those foundations, planting those seeds, taking action, then you'll see that powerful change that you're wanting. And yeah, that's the main thing I'm getting from you guys. Again, I'm mostly seeing work-related, career-related goals here, but this could honestly relate to any sort of life situation that you're in now, that you feel stuck in now. It's just urging you to really, you know, look at the signs and take action. Taking action is very important right here. That's what I see. So group 1, I hope this reading resonated with you in some way. I hope it gave you some sort of clarity and guidance and, you know, some encouragement to really go forward with your dreams. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more, then please let me know if you enjoyed this video. I love a like, a comment, a share, anything. Honestly, again, this is my first time doing anything like this on my channel, so I wanted to know if you guys enjoyed this video. I would honestly really appreciate your feedback, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. So group number 2, here is your reading for the month of September. We have a new start is coming. We have it's time to release negativity. We have walk through your fears. So we have the 3 of Swords. We have the 10 of Swords. The Magician. The Knight of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. Deep replenishment. Get grounded. A new dawn. We have waves of prosperity. We have music for manifesting. We have the goddess Lizzie, revelation. Hopefully I said that right. We have the goddess Danu, assurance. We have the goddess Bridget, creative spark. We also have the Empress. And the High Priestess. Alright, so the first thing that stands out to me right now are these cards. We have the 3 of Swords, very, very dark, sad card. And we have the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is normally portrayed as a very dark image as well in the traditional tarot. 10 of Swords, you usually see the man lying down with 10 swords in his back. And this deck definitely portrays it in a way more positive light. Because the 10 of Swords represents almost like a rock bottom. You've been hurt very much. You've been kicked down, or something really tough has happened to you. You've gone through something really hard. But at the same time, it's also almost like a positive, reassuring card, because even though it's rock bottom, it can't get any worse than that. You've hit rock bottom, and there's only going up from there. And I really think that this card really emphasizes that and focuses more on the positive aspect of the 10 of Swords, and that, you know, you're seeking something new. You're picking yourself up. And when I see the Three of Swords, I think a lot of you may have experienced some sort of heartbreak. Something very painful recently. It could be the loss of a loved one. It could be a breakup with a boyfriend or girlfriend. It could be a relationship with yourself. Maybe you are hurting yourself in a way because the certain thoughts that you're having, certain negative thoughts about yourself. It could mean so many different things, but whatever it may be, you've experienced or you're experiencing some sort of hurt right now. And the Ten of Swords is just kind of reminding you to pick yourself up and understand that it can't get worse from here. It's only going to get better. Then I see the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles brings, prosperity and an offering and support in a way. It could be, honestly, it could be a new lover, a new man or a woman coming forward and offering you some sort of sense of stability. If you're someone who's gone through a heartbreak, a breakup, something really difficult in that sense, this card is telling you that, Mr. Right or Mrs. Right is going to be there, and someone's going to come into your life, and they're going to be a lot more supportive in you that way, and a lot more stable, because it seems like you've had a lot of difficulty, a lot of heartbreak that's been very unstable. So stability is something definitely in your near future. Then we also have this card, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So there are some things that are really holding you down right now, group 2. There's some pain that you have to work through right now. And this is reminding you that you need to let go of that negativity in order to move forward. And it's not going to be easy overnight. Nothing's ever that easy, but there is something that you do need to let go of and heal from, essentially. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen for the month of September. We also have the deep replenishment card, retreat, rest, be held. So again, this is reminding you to take care of yourself. It's telling you to retreat, to spend some time working on yourself. And although I got this card, I want to remind you not to jump into any new relationships too quickly. If you are someone who just got out of a toxic relationship, don't be so eager to just quickly jump into the next person that comes into your life. And sometimes that may be an easy way to deal with something. Sometimes that just may be helpful. It'll seem helpful to you in a way because it helps you get over the last person or distract yourself. But that is not what I'm being told right now. What I'm being told right now is that you need to spend time on yourself, figuring out yourself, really getting to know yourself, because it's very important for us to work on ourselves before we're ready for, the right relationship. So it's telling you to retreat, spend some time alone, rest, recharge, meditate, work on yourself, journal it through, do honestly whatever you need to do to take care of yourself and be held. Let people comfort you. Open up to your friends and family. If you're someone who's been kind of holding back from sharing with your friends, if you feel like you're holding a lot of your hurt and a lot of what you're going through inside, don't be afraid to, tell the people that love you, tell your friends and family what you're going through, how you feel. Like, be able to confide in people, because you can't go through everything yourself. I also get this card, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So this tells me that you're a very emotional person. You feel things on a completely different level, and that's probably why you are hurting so much right now with something, whether it is, again, the relationship or something else. It can mean different things to different people. Again, this is a general reading, but you are very sensitive. Whoever you are very, very sensitive, and that's why you really need to focus on taking care of yourself. Now, I also have the Magician here, and the Magician is almost like the master of all the elements. And the 4 elements in the tarot are, water, cups, earth, pentacles, fire, which is wands, and we also have swords, which is the element of air. And what I'm being kind of pulled to tell you is that you kind of need to balance these out right now. There's something that you're going through that's very tough, and you are, because you are an empath, because you are very emotional, you're being overruled by your emotions, by your water element. So it's definitely telling me that you need to learn how to almost use your emotions, use this water element to your advantage. Don't let it control you. Don't let it, don't let it control you. You have to control it. You have to take back your control in that aspect. And yeah, just really tap into your strength, tap into your inner Empress. I've got the Empress, a lot of, female energy here. This could be a male as well, but I've got a lot of female energy here. It's almost like the divine feminine energy. It's very strong energy, a very nurturing energy. And what I'm being called to tell you is honestly just, you really have to nurture yourself right now. And also with the Magician, again, balancing those different elements. Take back your power, take back that fiery energy, use that fiery energy to push through this. Use that air, the energy of air, the sword, to speak your mind, stand your ground. If it's a toxic relationship where the toxic person in your life is trying to get back with you in any way, like stand your ground, use that sword energy, use your mind to really understand that that's not right for you, that you need to move forward. Don't be stuck in some sort of toxic relationship. And that's easier said than done. I've never been in a toxic relationship, so I can't really say from, that kind of perspective. I know a lot of people go through it and it's tough and I can't even imagine. But if you were in a toxic relationship and you just got out, but there's a chance that, the person's trying to get back with you, you need to set them free. You need to, you got to stand your ground and be the boss-ass woman. Honestly, when I see this card, I'm like, just be the boss-ass woman that you are. Or man, it could go both ways. It's gender neutral. Be that person. Be that strong person that you are. I also have worked through your fears. So there's definitely something that is holding you back right now. There's something that is trapping you. There's a fear that you have that is stopping you from going forward with your goals. And again, I understand this could apply to so many different people, so it's not necessarily relationship wise. It could be anything. It could be career. It could be anything, any sort of realm in your life. You have experienced hurt to an extent. You have experienced hurt. You're being overruled by emotions. You need to learn to balance. You need to learn to take back your power. That is what I'm getting mostly through this reading so far. We also have a new dawn. The worst is now behind you. Positive new experiences are on the horizon. So this is really a positive card telling you that, whatever you've been through, it's really the worst. Like, it's going to get better from here. We have Lizzie. I'm sorry if I don't know how to say half of these goddesses in this deck. It's a beautiful deck, by the way. Revelation. So you're going to have a revelation. Maybe you're going to decide that, this person that you were with or that just hurt you, they're not worth it. Like, you don't need them. You're stronger than that. You're better than that. Or the job that you're at, like, you deserve better than that. Or whatever hurt that you're dealing with, you deserve to be happy. You're going to come with whatever you're dealing with, you deserve to be happy. A revelation's going to hit you. And it could just be the revelation. Honestly, it could be this reading right now that you just came across and it just helped you, reach that revelation. Or maybe you're not ready to hear the message and maybe the revelation's going to come later. Honestly, everyone goes through things at different times, different speeds. We also have music for manifestation. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. It's calling you to be creative. We also have rigid creative spirit. So perhaps there's some sort of creativity that you need to get involved with, and that's going to help you, honestly. Music can be very healing too, just to get through things. And maybe you haven't been listening to enough music that's really, touching your soul and affecting you. in this way. Creativity, honestly, art and all this stuff is so powerful and so good to get through things. Also, when I think of this, creativity, art, music, all of that stuff, when I think of spending time doing this, I think of spending time investing in yourself, spending time reflecting, spending time to do things that you love. And perhaps whatever you are going through right now, it could have almost stopped you from doing the things that you love. I feel like something or someone has stopped you from doing things that you love. Like you've forgotten what you really enjoy. You've kind of left a piece of yourself behind. Perhaps you feel like you've almost changed as a person in some way. Maybe you don't feel like you're truly yourself anymore. And yeah, when I see this, I just feel like you really need to get in touch with that. And yeah, we have rays of prosperity, new abundance, exciting opportunities. So again, it's a new dawn. Exciting new opportunities are coming your way. So don't fret, don't stress too much about that. And then we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is just someone who's so in touch with their intuition. And when I see this, again, I just like step into that badass woman or man that you are. Take control of your life and trust your intuition. Trust that what you want and what you feel called to is what is right for you. And nobody knows that but you. If someone is controlling you, if someone is making you feel a certain way, like you are not in control of your life, that you don't know what's best for you, that you can't make your own decisions, don't let anyone tell you that. I really get a sense that for some of you, someone's almost taking control of your life and you need to take your power back. That's what I'm getting a lot from this card. Page of Wands. I see it's just very light energy. And a lot of this is really heavy. So again, it's just reminding you to be a little bit light and, you know, fiery and enjoy life, because there's certain things that you're going through and it's taking away the excitement and the passion and the creativity and all the good things that are in life, you know? And yeah, it's taking control of you in a certain way. And this is to remind you to take that back, to really enjoy life to the fullest. Because life's short. Life is short and it's not worth living for somebody else. So just take your power back and, you know, really work on yourself and, you know, finding what your passion is about. Finding what lights your fire. So that is the message that I'm getting, group 2. I hope this resonated with you. Oh, I missed one more card. I just realized that. Assurance. Assurance, this card, it's very much in touch with what I just said, but assurance, you can see the goddess, she has a little sprout. And again, just reminding you to plant those seeds and watch your plant grow. You know, it's assurance that things will be okay. Things will be fine if you take back your power and you really, you know, go for what you want and focus on yourself. Honestly, group 2, you just really need to focus on yourself right now and what makes you happy. And if you are not doing something right now because you are worried about how it will affect other people, or you're worried if you're going to hurt other people, whether it is leaving a toxic relationship or leaving a toxic job or whatever it may be, you have to understand that your happiness matters. It matters so much. And in order for you to make a difference in this world, in order for you to help other people, you need to first help yourself, because you can't make a difference if your energy is way down here. If you feel down and depressed all the time, you can't do anything in the world for other people. You can't honestly be your fullest potential if you're down here. You want to raise your energy up here. So this spread is just telling me that you really need to work on yourself. Do what makes you happy right now. Focus on what you need to do to get where you want to be, because that's what's most important right now. So I hope that helps you, group 2. I hope you resonated with this message. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear, you know, how you felt, how it resonated with you, and make sure to like the video, subscribe. I'd love for you to join the family, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. All right, group number 3. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading for the month of September. So we have adjustments are required. Show the world the real you. A new romantic cycle begins. Some new love for some people. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Fool. We have the Queen of Cups. We have Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? We have Don't dim to fit in. We have You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. We have Empowerment. We have Accept Heaven's help. We have Worthiness. We have Goddess Branwen. I hope I said that right. Again, I'm so bad with pronouncing goddess names. I'm pretty sure I butchered all the other ones for the last two groups, but she is the goddess of forgiveness. We have the goddess Nyx, Secrets. We have the goddess Hera, I hope I pronounced that right, Alliance. We also have the Ten of Cups. Look at that, you got the Nine of Cups in one deck and the Ten of Cups in another deck. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Five of Cups. All right. So group 3, there is definitely something that you are holding on from the past that is stopping you from moving forward. A sense of almost like stagnation. And there's someone that hurt you, or there's some self-doubt and fears that are definitely holding you back. The first thing I want to talk about is, let's talk about forgiveness. There's someone that you need to forgive, or it could be you need to forgive yourself. There could have been something that you did in the past or someone did to you that you are still holding on to, and this is stopping you from moving forward. This is stopping you from going for something. And it could just honestly be moving forward in life in general. You may feel like you're almost like stuck or trapped. I definitely get a sense of entrapment when I see this card from the Five of Pentacles. I don't know if you guys can see that properly, but in this picture, I love the image of this card. It looks like she's locked somewhere, like she's trapped, but there's a key that's right there, but she's not even paying attention to the key. When I see that, I think you're trapped somewhere, but you have the ability to get out. You're just not letting yourself get out. So you have problems with forgiveness, and you have problems with worthiness coming up. You feel like you're almost not worthy for something in your life right now. But this is just reminding you that you deserve happiness. You deserve, all the things that you want in life. I also get the sense that someone hurt you, whether it was in your childhood or it could be in your fairly recent past. Honestly, it could be anything like that. You're almost hiding because you're scared that you're going to be hurt again. I mean, you could have been bullied. You could have been betrayed. It could honestly be anything. But you're dimming your light, basically. Like, you're dimming to fit in. You're dimming because you're afraid you're going to get hurt again. But this card spread is reminding you to, show the world the real you. Don't hide the real you. And it may be scary because you've been hurt and you're really scared to show the real you, but you can, and it's safe to do so, is what I'm getting here. The message is they really want you to find your sense of power. They want you to take your power back. We've got the empowerment card here. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe to be powerful. So they really want you to take your power back. They really want you to journey to where you want to go. We've got Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? Again, you have to believe in yourself. And that's really what I'm getting in group 3. I think a lot of you may be dealing with a lot of self-esteem issues. And I completely understand. I mean, I've had a lot of self-esteem issues. I still continue to have self-esteem issues often. I mean, a lot of us do. And I think you do deal with a lot of self-esteem issues. And you really need to work on taking your power back. Adjustments need to be are required for change. And adjustments meaning not necessarily things around you. This is more coming from within. Like, adjustments need to be made on the inside, on that level, that inner level. We also have 6 of Cups. And when I think of 6 of Cups, I think of almost nostalgia, thinking back into the past. I feel like you're definitely stuck in the past in some way. Yeah, and then again with this 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. In many ways, I find these two very intertwined. And the reason being, 5 of Cups is almost like you are mourning over, the one cup that's spilled, even though you have all these other ones full. There's something that it's like you're almost, even with this one, like you're trapped, but you can get out. It's like you have tunnel vision. So you have this tunnel vision and you're not seeing the full picture, and you have to step back, and it's hard, but you have to step back and really see the full picture of the situation. Instead of being hurt, instead of being focused on that hurt and focused on that one thing in your life that's, really bringing you down, there's so much around you. You're so abundant. You have people supporting you. You have so much potential. You have all these good things around you, but you're having a really hard time seeing those because there's that one thing that you can't let go of, and it's almost controlling you, even though you have so much other abundance in your life. And then I also have the 9 of Cups and 10 of Cups, and these are very positive cards of abundance and, happiness. And Cups are very much focused on emotions. And what this tells me, like, all the other cards are definitely showing me that you are in a dark place with your emotions and with yourself right now. But I mean, you're gonna have people fill up your cup. You're gonna, take control of your life again and of your emotions, and things are gonna get better. You're gonna feel so much better soon because those cards are very, very positive. And then we have also the Fool. And although the Fool can represent, someone who is naive, when I see this card in particular from this deck, all I see is positive energy. This card is telling me that you need to take a leap. You need to take a chance. And you're very, very afraid right now. You are afraid, you're hurt, you're scared. You don't believe in yourself right now. But you need to take that leap. There's something that you want to do. There's something that you want to go after. And you need to take that leap. And for some people, it honestly can mean different things for different people. For some people, it's going to mean a relationship. We have a new romantic cycle begins. Now, there may be somebody coming into your life, a new man or a new woman, and they may be the right person for you, but you're too scared to take that leap because you feel afraid, because you don't feel worthy, because there's definitely some self-esteem things. There's some inner things that you need to work on first before you get here. But when a chance for true love and happiness, and honestly, new romantic cycle. This doesn't have to mean love, because it's not going to mean love for every single person. Maybe you're already with somebody. It can mean different things. But there'll be something that comes along, and you have to know when to take that leap and not let opportunities basically pass you by in life because you don't feel worthy. Make sure that you're not missing out on opportunities because you don't feel worthy. Like this person, they have the opportunity to take that key. It could be the key to their dreams. It could be the key to getting them out of a situation where they feel stuck, but they're not taking it. Like she's just bent over crying, like not even acknowledging that there's a key there. Don't let opportunities pass you by because you don't feel worthy. Like you really got to work on yourself. We also have accept heaven's help. Now, if you don't necessarily believe in heaven or angels or guides or God or like honestly, whatever you believe in, this could mean like this could mean any sort of divine energy, or this honestly could just mean accepting help from people around you. I think that another thing, you're dimming your light, you're hiding. Maybe you're perhaps hiding from other people in your life, people who could be honestly helping you and lift you up and get you through these difficult times that you're going through. So don't be afraid to accept help. Don't be afraid to let people in. I also have the Queen of Cups, and like, oh my goodness, this resonates so much with everything I just said. So the Queen of Cups, like, oh, and I forgot about this card. I'll come back to that card in a second, but the Queen of Cups is like, she's like the master of her emotions. Like she uses her emotions to benefit her. It's like her emotions are her strength. They're not something that hinders her. They're not something that controls her. Her emotions are her strength. She is strong. She is dependable. Like people can depend on her. She takes her power back. And basically what I'm telling, like this is what you're working towards right now, group 3. Like September, you should focus on yourself, and this is what you're working for. This is the Queen of Cups is what you're working towards. A lot of this whole spread basically is very emotion based, very much dominated by the element of water, I would say. Very much. Even the Fool, like oh my goodness guys, I'm like getting excited, I'm sorry. But the Fool card, like I could have used any deck, and the Fool's not always represented by this image. This is just a portrayal from this particular deck, but look at it. She's leaping into water. Like, everything's so water. Aquarius, show the world the real you. There's water in the card. Like, everything is water. It's so crazy. There's water in this cup. There's water in everything. Even accept heaven's help. Like, it's a mermaid in water. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting excited. I'm sorry. Everything's just, like, making sense. But this is, honestly, it's group 3. September is a time to work on your emotions, to do some inner work, and then when I see the moon, I think shadow work. Like, you need, shadow work would honestly be such a good thing for you right now. If you guys are interested in doing shadow work, there's honestly so many videos and resources to learn more about it. I actually do have a video about shadow work, so I will link that below for you as well. But shadow work is honestly such a good thing for you to do right now. You definitely need to focus on yourself and your emotions and what you are going through. And then again, so yeah, Queen of Cups. This is what we're working towards, group 3. This is what you're working towards in September. And then we also have this goddess right here, the goddess of secrets. Again, when I see secrets, I think, you know, you're holding back. You're not really letting people in right now. You were definitely being very standoffish, or you're pushing people away. Maybe you're spending a lot of time alone, you know, just wallowing. And it's okay to spend time alone, and I think when you spend time alone, you should definitely be spending it, you know, doing some inner reflection, shadow work, and that kind of thing. But don't be afraid to let people in. Don't be afraid to really spend time with other people and let them help you. Again, alliance. Create alliances. Work with other people. Right now, group 3, you need all the support you can get. Like, support is just very, very important for you right now. And I know that there's somebody out there for you to speak to. There always is somebody for anybody to speak to, honestly, even if you don't feel like there is. So that's the biggest thing I'm getting from this group 3. Like, you need to forgive somebody or forgive yourself. And honestly, I just want to say also that forgiving somebody doesn't mean you necessarily have to go to them or call them or speak to them in person. Like, you don't actually have to speak to somebody to forgive them. You can forgive them like from here, right? You can just accept that you're not going to let this person just like control you anymore. You're not going to let them control your life anymore. And just like setting that affirmation, you know, even journaling it down. Another good ritual that you can do is you could write things down on a piece of paper and then, you know, burn it. And be careful with fire, obviously. Do it in either a bowl that is like a bowl that you can burn things in, like that's metal, that's not going to catch on fire, or do it, you know, at a bonfire or something. Burn the piece of paper with the person's name on it as almost like symbol of letting it go, forgiving and moving on in your life. There's something that you really have to move on from, group 3. Like, you feel really stuck, but I see a lot of positive imagery here too in your future. And you are going to come into control with your emotions. Like, you're going to learn to, and I'm not saying everyone can control their emotions. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think what you need to understand is you're stronger than you think you are. And instead of letting the water rule you, you need to, you know, take your power back. Just like the Queen of Cups. So group 3, I hope that resonated with you. I hope you got some, you know, clear guidance and advice. If you did, you know, if it did resonate with you, I'd love to hear. If you feel comfortable, so leave a comment below. Make sure you like the video, share, subscribe. It would honestly warm my heart so much if you guys joined the family, and I will see you guys soon. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye. All right, so our very last group, last but not least, group 4. If you chose pile number 4, this is your reading for the month of September. All right, so we have your commitment is being tested. We have be bold and make the first move. Interesting. We have believe in the impossible. Oops, dropping all my cards here. We have confidence is your key to success. Okay. We have the devil card. Don't panic. It's not as scary as you think it is. We have the Tower. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the King of Wands. Trust your path. The Initiation. Sisterhood of the Rose. Soulmate relationship. Morning affirmations. Patterns. Death and magic. The Devil. What are the chances? 78 cards, 2 tarot decks. You got the Devil card twice. 3 of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Group 4. You've got quite the interesting spread here. All right. So the first thing that I see here is you're being tested a lot. And when I say that, I'm not saying like God is testing you or someone's testing you. I don't know if I necessarily believe that. But there are some obstacles that you're going to be facing that are really, really going to dictate how committed you are to something. And, you know, if you really want something really bad. Yeah, so yes, the first card, again, your commitment's being tested. Be bold and make the first move. So, and believe in the impossible. Confidence is the key to success. Honestly, when I see all these cards, I'm sensing some self-doubt, first of all, for something. There's definitely some self-doubt there. And maybe, and I think that honestly that self-doubt is also leading you to maybe procrastinate and like you know what you want, but you're not really doing what you need to get there, or you're just taking a really long time. And I'm not saying like you need to rush by any means, but maybe you're not necessarily taking the steps in doing, like you feel like you know that you could be doing more, if that makes any sense. Like you know that you could be doing more, but you're a little scared and you're kind of like hesitant, so you're not really going for it fully. And you're just being reminded to be confident right here. We also have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles, I'm being told here that you definitely need to remember that no one achieves things in life on their own. Like we all need to, you know, collaborate with other people or seek guidance or whatever it may be. It could be another person, it could be research, it could be educating yourself. It could mean so many different things, but mostly what I see is, you know, working with other people. And you need to understand that no one gets anywhere on their own. So make sure that you're open to working with other people. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So you're kind of at a threshold right now, and you kind of have to cross that. Like, it's like the difference between being where you don't want to be and the difference between being where you want to be. And you're kind of somewhere in between, and you haven't quite taken that step to kind of get you in the right direction. If you look at this picture, you see this little pathway, this passage. And it's just like, need to like take the step, take a step in there. Just like you're staying in this dark place. And I think when I see the Devil card, it's like almost like there's something else that's tempting to you, and it might be like don't fall for temptation that's not serving you, you know? It's like you're being told to like stay in the dark almost. Like you're being tempted to stay in the dark, and I get a sense that this is because you're almost like you're comfortable there. A lot of us have a hard time moving forward and taking action because we're comfortable. And we might be miserable, but we're comfortable. We're comfortable just like, you know, giving up our power and just staying in our place. You know, letting somebody else pull the strings, which is kind of like this picture. Like if you look at the Devil, see the Devil, the man, he's kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but he's almost like he's holding the man with strings. Like you're letting somebody else pull the strings instead of, you know, cutting those strings and taking your own control there. We also have the Seven of Wands. And I think this is just honestly reminding you to stay calm and don't let others, again, control you, pull the strings. There might be some people that are trying to get a rise out of you, or that you feel like you're ganged up on in some way, or you feel like the world is against you, or people are against you. As you can see, all these like wands are being pointed at this woman, but she's like not even blinking an eye, like she's meditating. So I'm definitely being called to tell you to rise above, you know, what others are trying, like if others are trying to get a rise out of you, rise above that, be the better person. Don't let people bring you down. I feel like there's some forces right now that are almost like against you, or you feel like there's something against you and you kind of just need to rise above that. We also have Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Again, when I see teacher, I think, you know, learning from other people, but also learning from your own mistakes as well. You have trust your path. So again, trust that path, take that first step. You have to make the first move. Be bold, make the first move. You're holding back. You're holding back, and it's just like what you need, like the next step is within reach, but you're really much holding back right now. And then I see the Ace of Wands, which is like almost like new beginnings and victories. So there's definitely a victory there ready for you. And then we have the King of Wands, which is a very strong person. This can mean different things. King of Wands could be a very like passionate man. It could be somebody coming into your life. It could be, you know, some sort of passionate new relationship for some people, because I also have the soulmate relationship card here. So yeah, the Wands is definitely the like a fiery, passionate energy. So for some of you, there could be a new man or woman in your life that's coming forward, a new relationship on the rise. And honestly, all of these energies that I just read can apply to this too. So for some people, it's going to be romance. For some people, it's going to be a career or something else. Again, it depends on the person. But be bold and make the first move. If there's someone that you're like really interested in, or there's someone like, it could be, honestly, this could be related to a new love. Like maybe someone's just too scared to make the first move. So, and again, it could be that lack of confidence. So lack of confidence is just really stopping you from making the first move for a relationship that could be a really good relationship. And this is a very positive relationship card too, group 4. New romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. So soul, it's not just like, you know, puppy love, it's a soulmate relationship. So, you know, you really have to boost your confidence, and you have to believe in yourself and take the first step if you want to get to where you need to go. We have Ellen, just patterns. So, you know, seeing different patterns, and this could be one, it could be seeing patterns as like a sign, almost like signs of what you need to do, and, you know, really listen to your intuition and where you need to go. But also when I see the word patterns, I also really think that like you have a specific pattern that you've been like following in your life. Like we all have our patterns. We all have things that we do over and over again. And honestly, a lot of these times these patterns could be holding us back. There comes a point in our life where we have to really recognize these patterns and recognize if they're holding us back. And it's like the, you know, the definition of insanity, you know, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, because obviously if you do the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same result. So it's definitely, yeah, recognizing your patterns and taking control, trusting yourself, trusting your path, having confidence in yourself. Morning affirmations, this is just a recommendation I'm getting here. Like say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. Morning affirmations is definitely a way to boost your confidence and help build up that, you know, that sense of self-confidence, believing in yourself, all of that. Then I've got death and magic. Death, when I see this, I'm thinking of honestly the death card in tarot, even though we didn't get the tarot card for death. Death is like, I'm sorry group 4, my camera stopped recording. I think it got me saying how this card makes me think of the death card in tarot, even though it's not the tarot card. When I think of death, I think of the end of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. So we're definitely at this point where, you know, like you're at the entrance of a new path or new, like you've reached this point where I think you're starting to realize these patterns, and you realize there's some changes that you need to be making. But you really need to, officially, you know, say bye to that. Say bye to that part of yourself that's not serving you, aka the death of that self. And then believing in the magic, death and magic, that magic going forward. The magic is honestly believing in yourself and trusting yourself. We have a couple cards to talk about still. We have the Tower. So the Tower is sudden change. So there's definitely going to be some sort of sudden change. Group 4 coming up in September, or it could be a little after September. There could be just like a revelation almost coming up in September. Again, that card, patterns, you could just be starting to recognize those patterns, and then that sudden change could be coming a little bit later. But yeah, there's gonna be some sort of something, an event or a trigger in your life that is going to lead you to believe that you really need to start making some changes, and it's going to really, you know, push you out the door. Basically, like, give me that push, like, come on, you know, do it, get it over with. There's something that you need to do. The last card we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is a very, very grounded person. They're someone that you can trust. There's someone that is, you know, secure, stable, confident in where they are. And this could represent you know, traits within yourself that you're either really seeking. Like this is almost like the opposite of like what you're feeling right now. So this could be what you're seeking, but a lot of the time these court cards can also represent people in our lives. So Queen of Pentacles could honestly represent the soulmate or someone that you're meeting that's going to really bring you some stability. It could, like, honestly, this can mean anyone. Queen of Pentacles can represent your mother. Like, maybe your mother is very grounded and maybe she's going to help you, you know, get through this. Or it could be, like, it doesn't even have to be, like, a woman. Like, these cards could be gender neutral. This could be your father. This could be any sort of energy that, the only difference is that, you know, the Queen is a very nurturing energy. So whoever this is in your life, they're very nurturing and they're very grounded. And I think this energy is very important to stick to in order to ground yourself and really, you know, push forward and move into your true self. And again, it doesn't have to be another person. That's just what the court cards tend to represent. But this could be traits within yourself that you are seeking, and you, like, this could be what you're fighting for, basically. This is like your end goal. And whether or not it's the person in your life, at the end of the day, that is still what we're moving towards. That's what we're working for. Don't let life, don't let things pull you down. You really need to take back your power. And you really need to believe in yourself. And that is what I'm getting from this reading group 4. I hope this resonated with you in some way. If it did, I would love to hear what you have to say. So make sure you leave a comment below and click that like button. Also, I would love for you to join our family. So make sure you don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification before you leave. If you enjoyed this video, honestly, please let me know because I would love to make some more pick a card readings. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you guys have an amazing day.